I have to say, Anime Vanguards has outdone themselves again. I don't even know how much more I'm going to be able to glaze this game because they deliver every time they update. So I know I'm a little behind. I'm sorry. I'm finally on my setup, just for a little bit though. Anime Vanguards dropped the Dragon Ball Z update for their update 5.0, which added a plethora of content. We have the Odyssey, new Legend Stage, new map, new Battle Pass, a bunch of quality of life features, a bunch of you got a weekly quest or a weekly challenge that gives you like a bunch of rerolls, and a bunch of other stuff. It was a great update all around. And honestly, Anime Vanguards has just been looking better than ever. I don't even know what to say. Let's start with this though. Anime Adventures is in shambles right now. They are at like 4,000 players right now or something like that. And here's what this video is going to be about. I know I make a lot of yapping videos, right? This video is technically, it's really going to be about how Anime Vanguards became the new Anime Adventures, but better, alright? So here's how it went, right? Anime Vanguards, when AA re-released, was at a lonely, 5,000 players. The game was dead. And while people thought there was no hope, Anime Vanguards stayed resilient. They kept updated. They knew what to do. And while they did that, Anime Adventures wasn't updated. I think AV dropped 2 updates before AA dropped 1. And by the way, it was like 4 or 5 units and a new mode, and that was it. Which took a month, by the way, which is crazy. And as that happened, AA slowly started to lose its player base from 100,000. And then it went to 70, and then 50, and then 30, and then 20, and then 10, and then 4. And it's just going to keep dropping. Of course, there's those loyal people, which has been at a steady 4 for a while. However, the game fell off, right? People knew that, okay, AA is just outdated. This game's trash. The devs seem to not care about it. Why should I care about it, right? AV, on the other hand, is okay, this game's good. They're actually caring about their game. They're working hard on it. They're dropping consistent updates with plenty of content. This one AV update added 10 new units. Or, I think it was 10 new units. That is the equivalent of 2 Anime Adventures updates. I'm sorry. It's literally the case. This update took a month to make. I can't lie. It did take a while, but it was worth it. They dropped 3 times the amount of content in one update that AA did. And that's something we just need to take into account for, is that these games like AV, AA, they're tired of its games, right? And when we go back to how Anime Adventures performed before it got taken down, the game averaged anywhere from 30 to 50 or 60,000 on non-update days. Kind of just your average Joe, 30,000, 20,000 on weekdays. And then it got up to 40, 50, 60 on weekends. And then updates, it got up close to 100,000, maybe 100,000. AV has consistently stayed, I want to say, from 60 to 100,000 concurrent. I haven't seen AV drop below 60,000. I don't think I've seen it. Maybe on a weekday at a school night. But this is something interesting, because when AA got deleted, the tower defense genre, the tower defense community grew a substantial amount. We all thought it was going to go towards AA, but in fact went towards AV. And it's interesting because it really shows and proves on Roblox that hard work does pay off. Now, yes, you have games like Wait in Line for LeBron, or Darius Obby, right, that get plenty of players, right? But this is different, This is one of those games that, genres, that it has to be good for people to like it. It can't be a bad game for people to like it. And it really paid off well for the Anime Vanguards devs. I'm genuinely happy for them. Now I'm going to get into a story of mine. I know a lot of yap. I used to be an Anime Defenders glazer. I used to work for them, by the way. I used to be a planner, helped with updates, which, by the way, they never asked for our help for updates. I love AD though. Some of the devs are very nice. But anyway, the game was trash, and I'm sorry, AD. The game just fell off. AV released, and then everyone's okay, AV's better. And then we all thought when AA was gonna re-release that A is gonna be better, and that's just not the case. People were blinded by the nostalgia, and they just thought that they would get all the players, and obviously they didn't. So I don't know what happened. I want to say like the main things is they weren't updated, and the updates sucked, and that the models and stuff, was it truly anime? And I know they're playing it safe, but still, like, the game had a generational fall off. But I feel like AV did, deserves what they got, and here we are now. So that's all I have for today. Now I need your help. What video or what topic or whatever, what else should I make videos on? I will have another video out soon about a game like Anime Champions Simulator, coming out by the devs of Anime Champions, except for Dayro. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys have a good holidays if you celebrate Easter, Passover, any other holiday like that. And yeah, take care, guys. Thank you so much.